Right now it's time for Dead Monster versus Ryad. See there, Ryad with the same profile picture that the other account I pointed out, who's currently rank 80, has. Recently switched to PC, still rank 1 on PS4. But Dead Monster is he's literally a monster in series. He's often a slow starter, often loses the first game in a series. Takes a while to figure out his opponent, but once he figures them out, once he figures out what they're doing on any given day, he is extremely effective. Dead Monster sits on Ryad for 1-0. And Ryad is playing the Esper right here, in case anybody's wondering. So, half flip kickoff from Dead Monster, double boost grab to take Ryad out of the game briefly. Dead Monster misses, but he has still got that one under control, it seems, I think. Okay, just about. Just about has that under control. But in terms of like turning a boost advantage into an attack, that was pretty low down the outcomes that Dead Monster could have been hoping for. You love the camera swapping, makes it more fun to watch. Yeah, I tend to do this in 1v1 because it's very easy. Even in a replay, to swap cameras, you just need to left click your mouse and it switches POV. When you're casting a 3s or a 2s replay, you'd have to cycle through every single player in the lobby, so it can be a bit less effective of a way to do it. Looks like Ryad's trying to warm up those mechanics. He's trying to get those wave dashes in there. Shrugs off a Dead Monster bumper 2 and then seals the boost as it respawns. Dead Monster didn't really have to use a lot of boost in that exchange though, so the last boost that he grabbed was sufficient to set up the counter. And I think Ryad just underestimated how much boost Dead Monster was using there, or overestimated how much he was using, because he saw Dead Monster take the boost and then Dead Monster didn't really use any. But because of the speed of the play, I think he just assumed Dead Monster was starved. Ryad loses control, but picks up a great 50-50 win. And that's a really good choice after dropping the dribble. The flick was no longer possible with how the ball was sitting on top of the car. So he played the only scoring percentage shot he had, high scoring percentage shot he had, and that was the low 50-50 into kind of fading away from the challenge. Dead Monster refusing to back down, and even though you got hit by the wave dash recovery kickoff here, you never lost control, never lost ball pressure. Takes the lead again. Pretty close matchup between these two. It's been incredibly ground-based up until now, as a lot of Dead Monster series are, because his pre-jumps in defense, his reads, his ceiling challenges are quite scary to go up against for players who aren't 100% confident in their aerial setups. Of course, when someone is extremely confident in their aerial setups, such as Jory is, such as Astral, you can have a great match against Dead Monster, because he's happy to give players space to attack him in the air. And unless you're really on your game, it can work against you. You just want to take a look at Dead Monster versus Trex. I think it was a Smug 7 or Smug 6 matchup. Dead Monster Trex, was it Smug 6 that Dead Monster played Trex? Dead Monster was reading Trex really well. Also, I casted Dead Monster versus Luis, I believe, recently in a show match, and Dead Monster was insane at intercepting aerial plays. Yeah, he's got a very bad matchup historically against Joryas and Astral. Not there's any shame in that. I put, Astral, Joryas both as top 6 1v1 players. Astral, I think I had at number 6 in my top 10 list. Joryas number 1. Dead Monster's number 7. Never actually seen Dead Monster play against Fairy Peak. I've never seen him play all that often against Khaled. I think those would be better matchups for him than the players who are incredibly confident in the air. Ryad walks around him in the near post and closes the gap by 1 goal. It was Smug 6, thank you for the info on that. I think it was Smug 6, yeah. I think you're right. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see Ryad's development as well. Obviously, Dead Monster. It's going to be very interesting to see him. I think I accidentally changed the camera angle here. Let me just right click a few times and see what happens. Okay, we're on fixed camera. There we go, I think we did it. Sorry about that. And a bit of an aggressive play there by Dead Monster. Wanted to drive by, maybe get a bump, maybe get a demo. or a glancing blow on the ball, but Ryad's just scored as he's all in for that move. Yeah, some players have taken a while before, you know, really figuring out how to dominate on PC as well as they did on PS4. Some players have done it pretty much instantaneously. Switch and then suddenly get higher rated than they've ever been before. But it looks like Ryad is not one of those players. He's still higher rated on his PS4 account. Young Cap, I believe the title is in fact changed. I think it is correct. Oh, can Ryad squeeze this in? That's a perfect demo. And despite Dead Monster's near post spawn, there will be sufficient time for Ryad to sneak in the equalizer. 5 goals each. Dead Monster's been in the lead for the majority of this game. Ryad just refuses to give him any huge leads to work with. He's still fighting back here. Dead Monster thought for a while about continuing with that play, but decided against it. Ryad relinquishes pressure just momentarily so he can grab a 100 boost. Dead Monster brings the ball with him back into the corner. No demo for Ryad. Look out for the shot. Dead Monster goes for it. And it's gone wide. Ryad is going to try and stay on it, but Dead Monster still has possession. Clearly, Ryad takes it away from him. Takes a 100 boost at mid as well. Dead Monster stays on the ball. He's not buying any of Ryad's fake turns, fake challenges. And as we get to the end of regulation time, it's still Dead Monster coming forward, wants his lead back. Huge 50-50 win for Dead Monster, and he takes the lead on 0 seconds. You've got to be kidding me. I just don't know how we keep finding these replays today. I've not seen this game before. Had no idea we were going to get an ending like this, but my word. What a 50-50 by Dead Monster. Let's take a look at Ryad's POV on this, because I mean, he must have been pretty confident flipping into this. You thought you had it. You thought you had a great angle, but no, apparently not. Dead Monster has done it. 6-5. Wow. Using the back end of the car as well. See, most of the time that you're trying to win a 50-50, you're thinking about how you win a 50-50 on kickoffs. You get the front end of your car and you push through the ball. But that's not what Dead Monster does at all. He actually uses the back end of the car to kind of allow the ball to come to him and then bounce off the back of his car and into the ceiling. That's insane. What a win for Dead Monster against Ryad. Heartbreaking for Ryad. He never could get a foothold in this one. He kept coming back, and then Dead Monster would just go ahead again. Just really, really high IQ player, Dead Monster. Never gives his opponent too much. Like I said though, I think Dead Monster, I think his weakness is completely confident aerial play. Will Ryad go for anything like that? I'm not sure. He's quite a traditional 1v1 player as well. Not so much in the new tricks. Where's Ryad from? I believe he's from Saudi Arabia and he lives in France. So he's got the perfect combination of nationalities to dominate in 1v1. As so many greats in one's history have come from KSA and France. Carl Twitchball, thanks for 100 bits. Dead Monster's beamed the kickoff, but Ryad had to just go straight underneath him. You see there, Dead Monster's not afraid to get up early and pressure these aerial plays. This is why anything but completely confident setups work against him. Or anything other than don't work against him, I should say. Ryad reads a Dead Monster fake challenge. It's a bit too similar to game 1 here for Ryad though. He's just always losing by a goal or equalizing. That's really all he's been able to do. We'll see if he can for once get a lead. Oh, surely he can do it here. Ryad trips Dead Monster. The ball's on target. Dead Monster, can he get there? Yes, he can! Dead Monster skips over the demo, and now the counter-attack is coming. Is it going to be the ball or the man? Dead Monster plays the ball, misses. Ryad is still in trouble, though. Awkward position for him, but he stays calm. He's going to take the fast track down the middle as well. Pop, and now they're looking for Dead Monster, but not even close. Dead Monster's safely away from danger. Ryad bumped him on the exit. Dead Monster just about demos him. My goodness, these guys are playing with fire as they run away from each other's demos. And now I think Ryad might have given Dead Monster the lead back. Indeed he has. Dumps the ball down into midfield. Wanted much better of a clear than that. Unfortunately for Ryad, Dead Monster's right back in a 1-goal lead. This is That's exactly what Dead Monster wants. You know, he sometimes starts slow, but I reckon he's just started off perfectly in this one. He's just got a good read on Ryad, and with 3 minutes and 23 seconds remaining, he is up by 2 for, I think, the second time in these games. Ryad's pinch bounces harmlessly into the post. Yeah, this is a replay. Recent replay between Ryad, the world's best PS4 player, in ones at the moment, and Dead Monster, the my pick for 7th best 1v1 player in Europe. Oh dear, Ryad, what on earth is that? In fact, what? He's forfeited? Are you joking? Ryad, what? 2 minutes and 57 seconds and he's had enough. I mean, it was definitely a bit of a tilter, but I wouldn't call that a forfeit for most players. Dead Monster takes the big boost, takes the small boost, takes the big boost. Ryad fumbles on the ball and leaves the game. Wow. I did not expect that. I mean, I guess he's thinking to himself, I couldn't come back from 1 goal down against Dead Monster and win to 3 goals. I mean, that's pretty much game over. Oh, no. But yeah, I have to check something actually. So, this replay, was it right after the previous one? It was. Ah. So this replay was the very next game played after the first game that we watched. So he lost game 1 against Dead Monster. He's losing game 2 by a bigger margin. Forfeits super early, insanely early forfeit there by Ryad. Let's see how the third game goes. The third game is from a different session. This is from 3 days later. So we'll see if Ryad is untilted, or is he still tilted going into number 3 here. Let's get into it. Dead Monster in the Octane for this one. Still Esper for Ryad. He's got the full name here, not just Ryad. Changed it up. Changed it up so as not to tilt. Good catch in the goal line by Ryad, but his boost is gone. It's probably bringing back memories already of how the last game ended. Oh dear. If he starts off poorly here, it's not going to go well. He's got to play as solidly as possible. Because last time that these two played, it was one of the earliest forfeits I've ever seen in a ranked game at this level. Big Cheese, how's it going, man? So it's a little bit of an angle on the bounce dribble from Ryad. Decides to play into carry instead. A Dead Monster has just pull shot him into a save. That's disgusting. Ryad was just looking for the finishing touch. Dead Monster smashed him into the ball, made him hit it way too hard, and scores on the counter. Dead Monster is just fully inside Ryad's head here. Poor Ryad. Now the wave dash recovery after the kickoff gives Dead Monster another play. Ceiling shot it is. Early jump off the ceiling though, and no contact on the ball. Dead Monster is going to try and mind game this one in anyway. Ryad gets in the way of it. Thank you, C. Sanchez, the second for the brand new Prime. Welcome back to the channel, mate. Huge flick from Ryad, and it's in! Just underneath the crossbar. Perfect flick in the Esper. And I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm actually liking the way the Esper's playing in this. This is pretty clean. I remember I played a bit of the Esper back in the day when it came out, and it did feel like you could get good, solid contacts in the car because the hitbox made sense with the front end. So yeah, I think visually it does the job. Oh, Dead Monster is going to go for this. Open at miss. Followed up by a half commit on the follow. Another huge flick from Ryad. Just barely dips under the bar, but check out the accuracy once again. Huge flicks from the midfield from Ryad 59 AW. What's the AW for, by the way? Maybe someone in chat can help me out here. I had a lot of help earlier explaining how I'm supposed to say Ryad. RW9. Advanced Warfare, anti-weebs. What else could it be? Oh, what a save. Huge plays from Ryad in defense. Decides not to challenge Dead Monster for this though. Pre-flip from Dead Monster. Air dribbles a bit too short of the far post to be any real threat. Anti-weebs for sure. Don't know about that. Absolute weapon. Yeah, it can be absolute weapon. Which can be a good or a bad thing, depending on the circumstances. The wheels and the hitboxes are the wheels hitboxes being easily visible. Yeah, maybe that's a good thing. I don't know, Esper, it seems like a car that people might get upset at losing to, because for me it looks kind of funny. It's one of the cars that goes into the sort of funny looking category. So whenever you're playing a car that looks, you know, a little bit funny, don't have anything against it, just, you know, personal preference here. You always run the risk of tilting people. Dead Monster with a confident ceiling shot. That's a much better setup for that one. He really hit the ceiling hard, so he bounced down towards the ball. Didn't need to wait very long before smacking it into the net. Will Ryad get a show match? He's had one, and he played really well, actually. I don't remember who it was against. I'm going to look it up for you, because I know Ryad did play in one show match. He scores again here. Ryad's looking really good in this game. Definitely untilted compared to the last time we saw him play. Yeah, it was versus Rise. Ryad played Rise, and I think he beat him 3-1. Spoilers. Sorry for those. But if you're watching a Twitch stream, you should probably know to expect that. Dead Monster waits till the last second to flip into this one, but doesn't go too fast on target. And Ryad with another crazy save. My goodness. He's hit that one into one post. It's bounced into the other post, and it hasn't gone in. Really good save by Ryad. His defense in this game has been a huge upgrade on the previous two that we've seen from him. Dead Monster's going to continue the aerial attacks, and what kind of Dead Monster is this we're seeing today? I've never seen him attacking in the air off the walls, off the ceiling like this before. Gotta say though, I'm a big fan of this. I mean, it's a new style for Dead Monster. Looks like he's trying to add some more tricks to his 1v1 arsenal. Ryad's just walked another one around him, 5-3. You know, as good as Dead Monster's aerial offense has been, it does look like Ryad's having a better matchup here, because Dead Monster has given him more space. I mean, all these aerial plays are taking Dead Monster out of the game for a little bit. It's given Ryad more time to work with. Ryad has the own goal here. Looks like he's hit the post, so that'll do. Lands on the outside of the net, which is going to make it difficult for Dead Monster to turn and face the ball here. Ryad makes it even harder by putting it into the ceiling. Here's Dead Monster with some space. Looks like he might be going for a pinch setup, but it is just another wall play. No reset yet, but I say yet because it looks like he's going for one. Dead Monster with perfect placement. Smashes in another stunner. Bar down and in off the reset. Huge range on that as well. This is great to see. Dead Monster has never looked like this in ones. He is losing this game, but remember, this is ranked. He's trying to practice a new kind of offense. He's trying to practice plays that we're really not used to seeing him go for, in a car that I'm not all that familiar seeing him play in as well. Ryad's defense has been phenomenal here. Staying calm, not letting the tilt from the last two matches a few days before this bother him too much, and it is Dead Monster actually who leaves this one early. So a bit of revenge there for Ryad. PS4's #1 player putting on a defensive clinic against Dead Monster and taking down one win. Really cool stuff from Dead Monster as well, though. I'm loving the aerial offense. This is something that is really going to round out his ones game if he can give it a bit more practice.